The doctor declared me dead at exactly 3.33. For 12 minutes, my soul left this world, crossing to a kingdom beyond human understanding. And in those brief moments that changed my life, Jesus revealed to me something about the year 2025, something so deep, so terrifying, that will shake you to the deepest. For catastrophic events are seen on the horizon, but most people are still unaware of the storm that is about to descend on humanity. My name is Sarah Coleman, and what I am about to share will change your way of seeing the world forever. It all started on April 3rd, 2023. What was supposed to be a dental routine procedure quickly became a divine encounter that shattered my skepticism and opened my eyes to a terrifying truth. I had never believed in near-death experiences. In any case, I discarded them as illusions or mere hallucinations. But that day, God chose me, a common and ordinary mother of 2 Minnesotan children, to be a witness to what is coming, to warn as many people as possible before it was too late. The reaction to the anesthesia was rapid and serious. My heart stopped. In those 12 minutes of clinical death, I found myself enveloped in a radiant light so bright that no earthly eye could bear it. And standing in the middle of that brightness was Jesus himself. I saw him, not with my physical eyes, but with the eyes of my spirit, more clearly than I had ever seen anything before. His first words resonated in my being. "My daughter, what you are about to witness must be shared. Time is running out. What I am about to reveal is not simply another prophecy, nor is it a vague prediction. These are 4 specific and undeniable events that Jesus himself showed me, events that will begin to develop in 2025. And with each event, the world as we know it will change forever." The Great Deception, the first event that Jesus revealed, was something that he called the Great Deception. At the beginning of 2025, a revolutionary technological advance will emerge that promises to solve the greatest struggles of humanity. It will be acclaimed as a miracle, a triumph of human ingenuity that will unite the nations and put an end to suffering. But Jesus showed me the terrifying truth below his polished exterior. It is a trap, such a masterfully elaborated deception that even some of the most faithful of God will have difficulties discovering it. I saw millions of people rush to adopt this innovation, placing their trust in it, believing that it would mark the beginning of a new era of peace and prosperity. But below the dazzling surface lay such a deep and insidious darkness that I trembled when I saw it. Then, Jesus showed me a chilling vision. Screens from all over the world lit up simultaneously, transmitting the same message in all languages on all devices. I could not discern the exact words, but I could feel his weight, his power. It was such a profound announcement that shook the foundations of all religions and systems of important beliefs. The Great Deception, the second event that Jesus revealed to me, was called the Great Deception. In mid-2025, a supernatural event will take place, a different event from anything that humanity has ever witnessed. It will not be a political movement or a war between nations. It will be something much greater, something divine. This event physically separated people based on the true nature of their hearts. The seal will not be invisible. The deception will no longer hide behind the words. This will be a truly undeniable moment, a divine intervention that will leave the spiritual reality of each human soul to be discovered. What I saw next left me breathless. People from all over the world were being divided, not by force, but by something much more powerful, by the decisions they had already made in the depths of their souls. Some remained in the light, with their faces full of peace, while others were dragged into a growing shadow, with their expressions twisted by fear and regret. This is just the beginning. There are 2 more events to be revealed, events that will cause the deepest transformation that the world has ever known. What I witnessed changed me forever. Now I must share it with you, because time is running out and soon we will all have to choose where we are. I was a witness to destroyed families, not by conflicts or personal choices, but by an invisible force that physically forced them to different destinations. Some felt irresistibly attracted by the imposing mountains, others by the vast coasts, while many were gathered in bustling cities. It was as if an invisible hand was orchestrating their separation, taking each person to a predetermined place. This division, more than any other sign, will confirm that we have entered the final phase of God's divine plan. What makes this revelation even more significant is how it aligns with the current state of the world: unprecedented changes in global power, extreme and unpredictable climatic patterns, and the surprisingly fast development of artificial intelligence. These are not just random events, they are clearing the way for what is to come, a divine classification of humanity. But the third event that Jesus revealed to me was the most heartbreaking of all. He called it the Great Awakening, although it is not what many might suppose. This awakening will not begin with lighting but with darkness, 3 days of absolute and impenetrable blackout. During this time, all electronic devices will stop working, plunging the world into a disturbing silence. However, within this darkness, something extraordinary will take place. During these 3 days, each soul on earth will go through an intense and undeniable vision, a review without filters of their own life. They will see, with penetrating clarity, the pain they have inflicted on others and the moments of joy they have created. This experience will be so overwhelming that many will fall on their knees in anguish, crying and begging for mercy. The streets will be filled with the sound of lamentation, as countless people realize the weight of their actions. But understand this event does not intend to condemn. It is the final act of divine mercy, a definitive opportunity for humanity to choose its eternal destiny. Darkness will eliminate distractions, leaving only the truth. It will be a restart, a moment of account adjustment in which no lie will be able to resist. The fourth and last event that Jesus revealed to me was what he called the Great Return. He told me that it would begin at the end of 2025, but the precise moment was intentionally hidden. What I do know is that it will begin with a sound, a frequency from another world that will resonate deeply within the human soul. Everywhere, people stop dry and their heads turn to the sky as the sound becomes stronger. The same air will vibrate with divine energy, an unequivocal sign that something monumental is about to happen. And then something truly unimaginable will happen, a massive disappearance. All children under the age of responsibility will disappear in an instant, along with those who have completely surrendered their hearts to God. This sudden event will send waves of shock across the world, triggering a cascade of supernatural events so undeniable that no one will be able to rule out the reality of God's existence. The very fabric of reality will change and the impossible will become commonplace. But I am here because I am sharing this with you now, because these events are not written in stone. Their intensity and impact can still be modified. Through sincere prayer, repentance, and the return to God, humanity has the power to soften what is to come. Jesus showed me that each person who decides to pay attention to this warning creates waves that extend far beyond themselves and influence many others. During my encounter, Jesus took my hands, his gaze full of pain and hope. Tears sprang from his eyes when he revealed how many would ignore these warnings and, on the other hand, would trust human knowledge and technological advances. Tell them, he said, that I love them too much to leave them in the dark. Let them know that every sign, every warning, is born of my deepest love and desire for their salvation. This message stands out from other prophecies, not only because of its urgency, but also because of the specificity that Jesus provided. He made it clear that the current state of the world, the growing frequency of natural disasters, the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence, and the growing global tensions are all interconnected. These events are not random. They are taking us towards something greater, something inevitable. The time to prepare is now. The choice is in our hands. The recent advances in quantum computing, the increase in solar activity, and the inexplicable atmospheric phenomena that occur around the world, these events are not mere coincidences. They are signs, pieces of a divine puzzle that come together before our own eyes, predicting what is to come. However, in the midst of uncertainty, there is hope. Jesus revealed to me the presence of radiant communities scattered all over the world, groups of believers who refused to be deceived by the great illusion. These people had prepared themselves, both spiritually and physically, remaining firm in faith as they separated from the collapsed systems of this world. They built networks of prayer and support, strengthening each other in their walk with God. I saw these communities turn into sanctuaries of light during the darkness that was approaching. Not only had they stored essential supplies, but they had also strengthened themselves with spiritual wisdom and resilience. Their unbreakable faith became a shield, a supernatural barrier against the chaos that threatened to consume everything. Now, the decision is yours. Jesus made it clear to me that this message must reach as many people as possible, since each individual who hears it plays a role in God's greater plan. Some will accept it and carry the truth forward, while others will turn their backs on it. The choice is yours, but the consequences are eternal. Before they sent me back, Jesus gave me a final instruction. Tell them that my return is closer to what they believe. The signs are around you, but only those who have eyes to see and ears to hear will recognize them. The time of hesitation is over. Each person must choose their eternal destiny. When I came back to life in that dental chair, the medical staff was in shock. They had been trying to revive me for 12 minutes. The event was recorded in my medical records, and multiple trained professional witnesses saw my death and my miraculous return. But it is not the medical records that make this experience real. It is the weight of the words of Jesus, the urgency of his voice, and the overwhelming peace that accompanies this truth. That is why I share this with you today, because you need to hear it. So, what should you do with this knowledge? 1. Pray for discernment. Ask God to reveal the truth of these words to you. 2. Prepare yourself spiritually. Strengthen your relationship with God through prayer, fasting, and immersion in His Word. 3. Spread the message. The more people listen and understand, the more they will be able to remain firm against the deceit that is approaching. Jesus showed me that those who take this warning seriously and prepare themselves will not only endure the coming tests, but will become beacons of hope that will guide others back to God in the critical days that are approaching. The events of 2025 are approaching quickly and time is running out. But if you are reading this, it is not by chance. God has a purpose for you. He wants you to be ready. The choice is in your hands, but understand this, the consequences of that choice will resonate for eternity. Share this message, spread the truth, and, most importantly, prepare your heart. Because when the storm comes, it will be too late to prepare. The time to act is now. This is Sarah Coleman, and this is just the beginning. Stay with me as I reveal even more revelations about what is to come. And never forget, Jesus loves you too much to let you down. May God bless you and protect you in the coming days. Thank you for listening to my testimony. Please share this message with your loved ones. Time is short, but for those who choose to listen and prepare, hope remains.